What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Override Podcast, a video game podcast that does not care about your save files. Get rid of them. You got 1,000 save files in Skyrim, Fallout. Delete them all. Override them. Live dangerously.
You're playing wrong.
Yeah. One save to rule them all. Go back. If you have to go back for achievement, replay the whole game.
Yeah. Duh.
Waste of time. I'm TV's Gage Edwards. And when I'm not freaking out about the internet and celebrities dying, I'm here doing this podcast.
Yeah. That's sad.
The guy you hear next to me, he's the best worst gamer in all video games. His name is Nine.
What's up, Gage?
You had a birthday.
I did. It was last week.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Look at you.
It was last week.
Haven't seen you since then. Talked to you plenty.
You talk to me, yeah. We talk every
but
day.
I want public record that I said happy birthday to you. I want it to go down in the podcast archives that I said happy birthday on the show.
Late. A week late.
But you and I both know for real, I said it on time. Which is just as good as saying it. You know what? If I were anybody,
I don't have any proof that you said it.
If I'm a person who has a birthday, I'd be cool with I would be cool with different people telling me happy birthday every day, so I could celebrate all the time.
That's just because you're conceited and narcissistic.
I want things to be about me.
I know.
That's all I want.
No, but thank you. Yeah, birthday was last week. It was good. It was good. Got me a new Xbox controller, which I desperately needed.
But hell yeah,
I'm glad. Both of my original ones don't work right anymore.
I'm glad you secured the big present there.
The original white one only works with my PC when I plug it in. I haven't tried plugging it into the Xbox controller, but the reset button when I took it apart to fix the drift on it, reset button doesn't work, and my left bumper doesn't engage properly every time. I just need to tear it apart again and put it back
What is it with
together.
you and breaking controllers?
That's the first controller I've ever broken. Like, legitimately, that is the first controller I have ever broken.
Yeah, that's my question. What's with you and breaking controllers? Every gamer ever has broken like 6 by this point.
I fix your Elite controller for you if you want. What's up, Void?
How's it going, Void?
Didn't you have one that was busted? The original Elite.
The one I have right now is kind of finicky with the right bumper.
You have a Series 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still have your original Elite?
No.
You got rid of it?
Yeah.
Damn.
That one was a little busted. I'm a gamer. I break controllers.
I break things.
Void's never broke a controller? What are these fake gamers doing surrounding me right now? What are you surrounding me with these fake game things? Bust some stuff. Are we getting SWAT team? Right?
I think it was my wife.
She's scary. She scares me on stream all the time.
Yeah, she's done it a couple times.
Keep her away from me. I don't want to scream anymore.
Just wait till Resident Evil 8 comes out. I'm gonna make her.
Yeah, scares
two spicy boys too.
No way. Void says I've had one just kind of not hold together well, but he didn't break it. Listen,
it was fully functional. That's
break
what matters.
your controllers.
No, don't break your controllers, especially now because those things are ass expensive.
Spike those motherfuckers into the floor. If you you die for a 4th time in Call of Duty and you think it's bullshit, throw it through your 2nd floor.
Through the 2nd floor.
Yeah, throw it down into the kitchen.
Hit the people below.
You're upstairs, throw it down in the kitchen. You trying to hit that stove.
Well, that's a glass stove. Then he broke the stove too.
That's gamer moves.
Gamer moves.
I updated our chat rules, so now one of the chat rules it says instead of the other, because we had a few of them that said the same thing.
Just be cool.
Yeah, but one of them now says everyone's allowed one heated gamer moment in chat. One. You get one heated gamer moment in chat. Don't use it right away. It's a long year.
Don't waste it.
Things are coming up, so one heated gamer moment.
Yeah, E3's coming up. Man, it's gonna be a weird one.
They're all weird.
Anymore. Anyway,
they're weird when I'm there. They're weird when I'm not there. They're weird when they're not happening. They're weird all the time.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Anyway, this is a video game podcast. We do this live on twitch.tv/birdcage_gaming. We hang out with you guys in chat. We talk about video game stuff. Usually we pick a variety of topics to discuss with you guys, with each other, and have a good video game conversation without trying to stick to like too much news show type things.
We like to have guys.
We have an open door policy, an open fly policy here. Where you can just let your video games out. You know?
We ain't hit that 10,000 subscriber subs market yet.
So I'm ready to get that 3-day ban.
Fucked that all up.
I'm ready for that 3-day ban. No, your joke was there.
We don't play Zoombinis.
Can't get me with the Zoombini. I know everything. I don't need to be taught anything else.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The show is also available, of course, on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Music, Amazon Music. Later in the week, usually around the Thursday time period, you're looking at 2 o'clock in the afternoon for that we start the show. We have a few topics we're going to get into tonight, but nothing like concrete. A few things happened over the weekend that I want to talk about. A couple things on my mind anyway. But before we get into all that, we do the same topic we do every week.
Yep.
And 9, I want to know, what have you been playing?
I played a couple things.
Okay.
So I got to played some more Outriders. Got to play it with some friends. Definitely a way better experience with friends.
I mean, I imagine it is.
Way better experience with
playing
friends.
the game for a couple hours is like, it wants you to do multiplayer.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun when you're playing with people.
It's
So
almost
that's
like
good.
punishing because you don't do multiplayer.
So I recommend if you have Outriders, definitely play with people you know. It's a ton of fun. I like it a lot. Void's saying in chat that he'd like to play it with other people, but just keeps getting kicked out. So
Is that for random matchmaking, I guess?
random matchmaking, people are kicking people out.
People are being dicks in a video game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Assholes.
What else is new, right? League of Legends.
That's everybody in League. They're all dicks.
It's just the
So
community.
something about having League of Legends in your veins makes you a bastard.
Oh, it shouldn't be doing that anymore. Check your update on your game because they patched it and it was working fine as of yesterday.
Void, maybe your friend's a dick.
Or it could be your friend. Yeah.
I would kick mine out.
In a heartbeat.
And I would tell him it's the game. I'm like, our game keeps kicking you out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, man. Keep trying to join.
You just keep doing it and just keep happening. Anyway, so I played that. I went back to Demon Souls. I've been playing that some more because my buddy finally got his PS5 and got Demon Souls.
Dennis?
He got one too.
Oh, okay.
So he's got it. My
Happy
buddy
day out of the
Cody also got it and
Mhm.
picked up Demon Souls. And I'm the reason he plays Dark Souls and Demon Souls in the first place.
You're like a parasite.
I am a parasite. Play it. They're great games. They're just great.
I've tried.
I know, and you suck.
Oh.
You suck at games.
I think the game's bad.
The game is definitely not bad. It's definitely a
That's
user
objective
problem.
or subjective, you know.
It's not subjective. It's one of the highest rated games on PS3. Eat your words.
I'm waiting for it to continue.
Anyway, so I played some more of that. I played something else. I played 3 games this weekend, and I don't remember what the third one was.
We played a game on Friday.
Oh yeah, Dead Space 3, that's what it was. We started the co-op campaign on Dead Space 3, and we started it on Chapter 3 because that's where I was.
Dead Space 3 is still cool.
Oh, I love Dead Space.
Dead Space 3 is one of my games that I played as well. Dead Space 3, I think gets a lot of shit because it's not Dead Space 2.
So I think the problem with Dead Space 3 is that they started doing that Resident Evil vibe where they got more actiony and less scary
Sure.
with the game.
But I would argue that the action only intensifies the experience, which is great because a lot of those horror games,
Yeah.
they're scary. They want to be like, you know, jumpy and things and keep you on your toes. But there's a lot of downtime. With Dead
Yeah.
Space 3, it seems like everything is a little more streamlined and a little like linked together between like, here's a scary moment where it's a little quiet, but then like, whoa, boom, boom, chow, a lot of action stuff happens.
And the best way to experience that game is to play through a co-op and play both sides of the co-op story. Because it's the same story, but you get the EarthGov guys. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
I don't know. See you later, Void. Thanks for coming in. I don't remember his name.
Anyway, you get the EarthGov guy's side who is just now being affected by the marker.
Yeah.
And is going through the insanity and shit. So we were playing the one scene in the two-layer hallway where it had the enemies coming in through the detonated mines. Remember that?
Yeah. Okay.
The guy blew up the vents,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Are we gonna get copyrighted for this?" And I'm like, "Copyrighted for what?" And you're like, "The country music that's playing." And I'm like, "There's no country music
Oh,
playing." Gabe.
I didn't know. So I didn't know you didn't have the country music there because
No.
that guy's like, there was cowboy paintings all over the ground.
No,
All right.
that's
No.
not in Isaac Clarke's playthrough. That's just the EarthGov guys, and those
It's
kind
like
of
a
things.
rodeo.
Those kind of things keep coming back in stronger force the
Mhm.
more you play through the story.
Yeah, those things are interesting. That's
It's
why I think
really
Dead Space
cool.
3 is a fucking great game.
And I think that's why it got shat on by a lot of people because a lot of people weren't playing the co-op portion of it. They were just playing the single player, and they're like, "Why is this game?"
Because that's the problem is you took when you take games that are single player only and you make a multiplayer. I think people
Yeah.
are really reserved to get to the multiplayer portion because people
Yeah.
who play single player games usually aren't playing multiplayer games.
Mhm.
And Dead Space 3 you can play through single player completely.
Yeah.
The only thing that co-op does is bring another friend in for help.
It gives you
know?
that. It gives you that other point. But even still, so some of those sections that are co-op, like there's one section in particular that I'm thinking of. The EarthGov guy goes through and he sees like giant toy soldiers.
Yeah.
Isaac Clarke sees body bags.
Right.
EarthGov guy sees no necromorphs. He just sees people walking around doing their thing at a birthday party. Isaac Clarke's getting overrun by a bunch of necromorphs.
Yeah.
So Isaac Clarke is just fending for his life and trying to keep the EarthGov guy alive while the EarthGov guy's like going fucking nuts at a kid's birthday party.
I think those things are awesome.
That's so cool.
You're playing up my point that Dead Space 3 is an underrated game.
Oh, I think it's very underrated.
And unfairly shit on.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's for survival horror reasons, it's not as good as Dead Space 2 or Dead Space 1.
I still think it's a scary game. I think
it's got its moments.
It's overrun with resources for a survival horror.
But we're also playing on normal.
Even that, like I'm never
without ammo or health packs.
Yeah, I don't feel like the amount of health packs that I have now. I don't feel like bumping up to hard would be that difficult.
Fair,
because we're fucking with throwing health on the ground because we can't. We have too much health.
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
We're purposely not picking up health packs because we have all the resources we need.
Right, it's abundant. But I think that also plays into the conversation we had a couple weeks ago, where it's like games don't need to be as hard anymore. Just fuck it up, make it easy. People want to play hard games. Sure, there's also a huge subsection of gamers who's just like, I want to be able to finish the game.
I just want to enjoy the story of this game, or I just want to experience what this game is about.
Right. I think that's basically.
And that's like that. Like I said when I was playing the Resident Evil 0, I was like, I just want to get through this game in a timely manner and not be frustrated with it.
Right.
And I did. I got through it in 6 hours.
Boom. That's great.
I think it was closer to 7 hours after it was all said and done. Anyway, either way, still 7
hours is a great gaming experience.
7 hours is a good gaming experience, especially for a game that's 12 years old.
Yeah. Old game's old.
Old game is old. Might even be older than that. No.
Who cares? When was 12 years ago? 2009? GameCube was popular in 2003?
Yeah, it's probably closer to 15 years old.
Yeah.
16 years old, somewhere along there.
Probably way later than that.
Yeah.
So
anyway, and that's why I played through it. I just wanted to play through it and get it done.
Add it to your Resident Evil list.
That 6 is the only one that I haven't played and beat now, and I never will.
Never.
It's
got co-op.
Don't care.
All right, just want to throw it out there.
It's a trash game.
Just wanted you to be aware.
Oh, I'm aware. Well aware that Resident Evil 6 is garbage. So, Gage, what else you been playing? Call of Duty.
When did I play Call of Duty last?
Fall Guys.
I did play Fall Guys. I play Call of Duty. I have nothing new to add. I still hate Call of Duty. Still think Fall Guys is fun. I will keep playing both games.
But you love being abused by Call of Duty.
It's not that I love being abused by Call of Duty. Again, it's just where my friends happen to be. My friends go to a store that I don't like, but my friends are there. So I'll go hang out too. Like, I don't buy records.
I don't want to go to the mall, but my friends are at the mall.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to go see Pretty in Pink, but I'll go because my friends are going. That's a great movie. That's Molly Ringwald?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
It's the only movie.
Molly Ringwald? She's got a bunch of movies.
She's got a bunch of movies.
Yeah. And I think they all came out in that same year.
Yeah, they all came out like a 2-year span.
Like, hey, Molly Ringwald, we shot 18 films with her. We're going to space them out for the next 4 years.
The funny thing is, we only actually shot one film's worth of stuff. They just keep reusing the same crap over and over again.
Yeah. How many movies is she going to get her bra taken off on?
All of them.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's what it is right now. It's just like, hey, my friends are there. I guess I'll go. I'll go hang out. Cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fall Guys, still fun.
Still fun.
Got that win. Oh my God. That's
and D-Maze didn't dump his bits.
Oh,
what a jerk.
I sent the video. D-Maze is one of the guys he's a subscriber on our channel. One of the guys I've met through Twitch online interactions.
Yeah.
Said he would give me all of his bits if I got a win. He left the stream afterwards, and then I caught back up with him in Toynco's stream. And he was in there. He showed back up, and I was like, where the fuck were you? I won a game.
I got a crown, bitch. So where's my bits at?
I clipped out the end of that video because it's me going, oh my God, I won, because I couldn't believe it. I thought I had lost because the slime was right.
It was like close to the end too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was me and the other.
It was the last match.
I was running out of space to stand. So when I won, I was like, oh my God, I won. I've done like the whole, I just won Miss America. I can't believe it. and then suddenly you see my face change. I'm like, where's D-Maze? And I clipped that out. I sent it to him, and he's like, this is the greatest clip anyone's ever made. Can I have this? I said, yeah. I don't know what you're going to do with it. And he's like, I'm going to try and put it on my Twitch page. So he tried to link it to his Twitch page. I don't know if it worked. I haven't been to his page in a bit. So I'll have to go check. But Got that win. Felt really good. Got back in it. Back in the Fall Guys train now. But maybe I'll take a few weeks off now that I got to win. I'm
Probably.
done there. What have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of stuff. I played a lot over the weekend, which is good. So I actually have something to talk about. I played Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, or Strange Soulstorm.
Soulstorm, the
Yes.
free one that just came out.
Yeah, on PS Plus.
Yeah, I want to play it. I haven't. I added it to my library. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I've added it to my library.
It is, and I won't get too much into it because I didn't get too far because I kind of got like bored of it.
Yeah.
Because it's an Oddworld game still. It doesn't change the formula of what Oddworld is. It's still a
Right.
side-scroller puzzle game with Abe abilities and different things you can do. It's a great-looking game, and I really love the soundtrack to it. I don't know if it's a game that I'll keep playing though or go back to. I might go back to it one more time and see what the next levels do, but
Right.
I don't think it's definitely hasn't blown me away, and I don't think it's like
Game of the
rip
Year
me.
type stuff.
Yeah, definitely not that.
Fair. It's not reviewing real well.
Is it not?
No.
Because I can kind of get
and
that.
I
because
needed it too.
It's a little buggy and it's not polished very well.
Mhm.
Um,
And that's why it's not reviewing real well.
right. So like when you first open the game, you have like a 3D model of Abe rendered in PS5 and it looks great. But then when you actually get into the game, it's like, okay, a lot of these textures aren't
Clear.
yeah, like a lot of this
Kinda
is
muddy.
really kind of just there's just no like this game needs just a little bit more polished.
Yeah.
Also I feel like a lot of the mechanics, because there's of course there's jumping and climbing and stuff.
Right.
A lot of that stuff is
Typical
kind
adventure
of
game.
shit and hard to control. So it's not like I had higher hopes for it, but I'm not like hating on it. I think it's a totally fine game.
Right.
If you especially if you like those guys, like if you like Limbo and Inside and that stuff, you might enjoy this. It's not as weird as those games.
I
mean,
liked Limbo.
it's a weird game, but it's not like a how ominous and weird this is. But it's like we have weird characters and a fucking storyline here.
Right.
So it's neat, but it's not like awesome. I'll dabble a little bit here and there, but I'm not gonna stick around to
Go all out for it, yeah.
Soulstorm, unless something like happens in the next level that really grips me. But I don't see that happening.
That happens.
I went back into Dishonored a little bit.
Yeah.
Kept playing that. I got through the first like big mission where you have to assassinate High Official.
The High Regent.
His Campbell is his last name or something.
Yeah. The guy that's in the. He locked himself in the room and there's guards walking down the two hallways.
Well, he was in a meeting room. He wasn't locked in a room or anything.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Maybe I think of someone else because I'm still early in the game. Like I'm not like
Well,
super
the mission I'm
deep in
thinking
it.
of is like the third mission.
Yeah, I'm not. It's the first like place I've gone to where I can like collect bone runes and things. Like the big first open world
Gotcha.
area or open space you go to. It is fun. It's mostly me like trying to be sneaky and like fucking stab, doing that kind of thing.
So the game is a lot more vertical than you think.
Yeah, and I've gotten that.
So I mean,
Which
there's
is like-
usually like in the like hallways and the rooms and stuff. There's usually like a perimeter that you can walk around on top.
Mhm.
So I was just always up there.
Well, I said last week, I think it was, where I was like, I should like Dishonored. It's basically a Bioshock game, which I'm finding out it's not.
Bioshock meets Assassin's Creed.
It's not exactly Bioshock, and it's not exactly Assassin's Creed. I think it's more like it's a Bioshock-looking world with gameplay that's like Half-Life.
Yeah.
It's like Melee
I can see
Half-Life
it.
with a little bit of powers thrown into.
Yeah.
Because that's how it feels to me anyway. When I played Half-Life, I was like, oh, I'm trying to get up there and go over here, just kind of
Mhm.
use the whole space to my advantage. Where like in Bioshock, first game, of course, very linear. Second
Yeah.
game, pretty linear with a little bit of backtracking here and there.
Yeah.
I guess the first game's got a lot of backtracking, but whatever. I'm still in it. I'm still playing through it. I haven't given
Yeah.
up yet,
Fair.
but I'm still going.
Bloody French Toast says, love Dishonored, couldn't get in the second one. That's been my problem. I loved the first game, and it's the only stealth game I've completely, and I've said this 1,000 times, Gage is sick of hearing it.
I'll listen.
I've played it, I beat it without alerting anybody, without killing anybody, low chaos, and without upgrading or getting any other powers other than Blink. Best 300 gamer score I ever got from finishing a game. It was awesome.
Some things aren't worth it.
I loved it. It took forever to do, but I loved it. It was one of the most enjoyable experiences I've ever had in a stealth game.
I think I put more. Go
The
ahead.
second game
Yeah.
is not as strong.
A lot of people think the second game's better.
There's a lot more.
I think it's technically not. I don't mean like technically, but I mean like technically. Like we put a lot of time.
It's a
this.
cleaner game for sure.
And I think I've got more time in Dishonored 2 than I do the first game because I played through that whole like that mansion that everybody loves. I forget what it's called, Clockwork something, the Clock Tower or
in
something.
The second game?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's been so long.
I don't remember.
So my problem with the second game is, in the second game, to do the same thing I wanted to do in the first game, you can't have any powers. So I can't even get blink. So it's that much more difficult to get into places that are inaccessible without blink.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times I've died because I tried to blink somewhere, just fell to my death.
Just fell to your death. Oh, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Or you think you're blinking down to a ledge you can stand on, and there's no ground there.
No ground. And that you just hear me go, ah!
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it works for me. The other game, Bloody French Show says he has to kill everything in stealth games. I try to. I like to wipe out a whole room. I don't have to, but I'm like, well, they might have stuff I want. Or I might miss something by not having this open area to move around in. The other game I played one game particularly all day Sunday.
All day.
Overwatch.
Really?
I'm
wearing my Overwatch shirt today.
Because they're doing the event right now.
Yeah.
And I got like all my weekly loot boxes I could get, and I was leveling up, and I was like, you know what? I want to play like some quick play. I want to play some real matches. And I didn't realize they had updated so much of Overwatch since the last time I played. It's been years.
I haven't played it since second year.
I want to say like 2018. Yeah, second year for me. So like when you queue into quick play, you have to like pick the role you want first, or you can go like, I'm a flex player, and you can get any of the roles, but you have to wait longer. But like if you want to be, I'm a dirty damage player, I only play damage characters.
That's me.
But the damage queue is like, it's going to be about 10 minutes to get a game, or you can play tank and be in the game in like 2 minutes. I'm like, I feel like I'm getting on a theme park
now
ride.
I do got a pretty good Reinhardt, so
the only tank player I play.
That's the only tank player.
I play Roadhog for tank. I like that hook. Pow.
I like Reinhardt because he's got the big shield.
Yeah,
that's
here's the thing. So I can't heal. I suck at healing.
Oh, don't rely on me to heal you.
I can't
You'll die faster.
I can't play tank because anytime I get shot once, I'm like, I'm gonna die. So I have to leave, and everyone's like, no, you're supposed to take damage so we can heal. I'm like, no, I got shot one time. I gotta wait. I
gotta heal.
I'm in the battle, so I have to leave. So I can't play tank because I get nervous.
Yeah.
So I try and play damage, but I was doing that, and then they have like another thing in their arcade where it's just like, oh, it's just classic whatever. You don't have role responsibilities. You can play whatever roles you want all the time. Fuck it up. So I was doing that too. The game's changed so much.
Yeah, the game has changed so much.
And just like I don't know who the new characters are and what they can do. I don't know who's
still adding new characters.
Not right now. The next new characters are for Overwatch 2, but they've added a bunch of new characters since last time I played.
The last one I remember was the old sniper girl,
Anna. They've added a ton since her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
a ton.
I thought they were done after Anna.
Hell no. Oh my god, she was like one of the first extra new heroes. She's one of the first. Anyway, so they got a ton of people. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is or what he does, but why am I in the air? You know, like, oh, it's him, and he threw me in the ground.
Yeah,
Superman killed me. You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So I spent the whole day just being like trying to get back in the groove of my characters, and I got to tell you, I got my ass kicked about 20 games straight. I was like, fuck, dude, this game's impossible now. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. Did they slow down this cooldown for this ability? Can you not do this? And like, what the fuck's going on? Until there was a turning point. Playing some quick play, and it finally clicked for me, and I got a win on attack with Soldier. I played Soldier the whole time because I like
Soldier 76.
I love playing. I'm so accurate with the controller, so it's good.
I hate Soldier 76.
Well, fuck you then. But yeah, so I got a win. I was like, cool, and then they put us on defense. I was like, I think it's time. You know, I'm a dirty Widowmaker. I'm fucking nasty. I'm nasty with Widowmaker. Everyone knows. Everyone that I play Overwatch was like, all right, Gage's got Widow. He's cool. We go on a defense.
Until they get against you.
We go on a defense, and dude, I have never hit smoother shots in my life. I was fucking rolling. I was like, pow, pow, pow. Everyone's dead. And then it was like, I'm out of my mind. Mercy's in the air. Blow, you're dead. Soldier goes, you're my sights. Blow, you're dead. I was like, I'm fucking losing my mind. I got on the ground against some dude named like, I think it was Sigma from Mega Man. I don't know, remember his name. He was floating around, and I was like, fuck you, buddy, mine. He was like, oh, I'm sick. And then I fucking blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I'm destroying everything right now. No one can stop. I'm a Widowmaker. I got 100 health. Like, I'm glass. There was another Widowmaker on their team. couldn't stand a chance. Didn't even get to look at the game. They were dead so often. I was like, oh my God, I'm so awesome. So the payload never moved because
everybody was dead.
Everyone was dead. I was in perfect position. So I ended up the game with like a 16 elimination streak because I would have had more. The problem is the other team had to run back up to the hills.
Yeah.
So it took them a while. So I was like, this is amazing. I've
What
never
map
felt
was
so
it?
good. It's I mean, it was a newer map. You might not have
okay.
seen it. But yeah, I was just fucking rolling. I was doing so damn well. It felt really good. And then I put the game down. I was like, okay, I feel great.
And on a high note.
I need a shower. It was awesome.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you have fun.
But it took a whole day of me getting my ass kicked to get back in the groove. Yeah, because I finally started to figure some things out again. But it took so much.
I'm a dirty Bastion. That's my
Bastion's like
I love Bastion.
If I can get him out of his little turret form,
Yeah.
one shot, you're dead, no problem. I ain't care.
I love Bastion.
But then I've also doing like all the archive modes because there's a new Widowmaker skin for this event, and I want that. Of course, it's a fucking gold item, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy. I don't want to buy loot boxes, but I will if I have to.
If I have to.
So,
but there's still no guarantee then that you'll get it.
I know.
So you're still risking it.
I know.
Is it worth it?
No.
No.
But I want the skins to carry over for Overwatch 2. I want to be ready.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Nobody cares.
Now let's talk about some stuff.
Let's talk about some stuff.
That's
Gage.
what
What we got tonight?
Chat, thank you for being here. We're going to get in some topics. I want to start off with Twitch.
What about Twitch?
And just because I just want to have like an open conversation about Twitch and what's going on. Not that anything's going on with Twitch. Nothing's going on with us. We're just fucking talking about it. And Twitch, don't come for us if you're in your channel. No.
Twitch is in
snitching.
everybody's channel.
No snitching Twitch bots. We talked on the show.
Right.
Was
Talk
it last week or 2 weeks ago when we talked about the hot tub streamers?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
We made a joke about it last week, but we talked
Sure.
we talked about it a couple weeks ago when it first started.
And I said some things. I'm like, oh, I can't believe she's doing a hot tub. I wasn't trying to be like, oh, I can't believe girl gamers get away with this. And I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. Because I was making fun of the dude hot tubbers too, which I think is
Stupid.
I think everyone doing hot tub streams is dumb, but also I appreciate the grind. If you can find people that are going to pay you to sit in a hot tub, stay with it. Keep it going. Blade French Toast says, why don't you talk about not being able to cross-platform chat on PlayStation? What the fuck? What, between 4 and 5?
I didn't know that wasn't a thing.
Can you not do that?
I thought that was a thing. Because you could do it with PS3 and PS4 when the PS4 came out.
Could you?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I got my 4 the day it came out. My buddies were still on their 3, and I was party chatting it up with them.
French Toast, give me some more. Oh, no, Xbox to PC. Oh, because Sony sucks.
Sony's...
I think we talked about it here.
We talked about Discord last week.
Sure.
Xbox buying Discord, or Microsoft buying Discord.
If they do that.
If they do that.
Yes, I mean Sony needs to just fucking here. Okay, we're taking off the reins a little bit.
What blows my mind is Discord has not developed an API suite for Xbox and PlayStation. Like, build the fucking app and then just let everybody chat together.
How do we know that there isn't an app already?
There's not.
Not that I'm like available to the public. That apps. Either
I would not be
development or
shocked
being
if
worked on.
Discord already has the apps built and they're just like waiting for green flags from Sony and Microsoft. Be like,
Right.
yeah, do this, cool, woo. But
It is annoying. I wish Sony would kind of step off on that.
so we finally got crossplay, right?
Yeah.
Most games now are coming out with crossplay. You get the few that don't, whatever. But that's the next logical step, right? Is cross-platform chat. Like, just let me have Discord and use it on all my platforms.
Yeah.
I don't want to log into Discord on my phone to chat with somebody while I'm playing games. Just let me open the goddamn chat on my PlayStation, hit connect with anybody that I'm friends with, and boom, chat. Is it really that hard?
I mean, it's not, but I'm sure Sony's like, we can't have this happen in our thing. We don't want those Xbox symbols over here.
Even though they got Minecraft Dungeons, which has the Xbox
I
logo
know,
play.
but like,
But I have a feeling Sony's going to do the same thing with MLB when it comes out, next week? Game
16th
Pass?
for some people if you buy it. Depends on which edition you buy. But
Yeah.
16th or 20th.
So next week when MLB The Show comes out, I guarantee Sony's got the biggest fucking dick on the screen. Fuck you, Microsoft. We're Sony, and you got to play our game.
I don't think Microsoft cares.
They don't.
I don't give a shit.
They don't.
They're like, whatever. We bought Bethesda.
We could buy you.
And we have Minecraft. So suck it.
And we could buy you.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Blade French says he links up with his buddies on Outriders with his phone, which
we have to talk via phone.
It's 2021, gamers. Why we still got to use our phones?
Yeah.
So that's annoying. That's why I'm happy Discord does exist for things like that. Because a lot of friends that I know that will play on different stuff will link up on Discord and just play.
Hell, when we do co-op stuff on stream,
we use Discord. It's just it's better accessibility for us because we can edit things and change levels and things on the fly.
100%.
So back to this Twitch thing.
Yeah, Twitch thing.
What do you use Twitch for? Twitch, because in my question
outside of streaming.
Yeah, because my question comes from like Twitch isn't just games anymore.
No, Twitch is a broad breadth of entertainment now.
Twitch just seems like, and honestly, I think maybe they should think about rebranding into being like, we're just
an entertainment platform.
We're a platform where people come to stream whatever it is they have.
Well, because it first started out, it was Justin TV.
Justin TV, which I use all the time.
And there was weird shit all over Justin TV.
Absolutely.
And then it gained popularity because gamers were streaming themselves playing video games, and it got rebranded as Twitch.
Yeah.
Which was exclusively video game content when it first started up. And then they're like, well, now we got people who figured out how to put like IRL type streams up. Let's create an IRL category. Mm-hmm. Now you got the music mixing category, and now you got the dancing category, and now you got all these other, you got cooking, you got all these other fucking subcategories on Twitch. I don't go to Twitch for any of that shit.
Do you not?
No.
Wow, okay.
I strictly use Twitch for video game content, and that is it.
Damn.
But I know people who are on Twitch watching, like, people do cooking recipes, people doing ASMR, people doing yoga. I mean, I've talked to people that are like, there's video games on Twitch?
Really?
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what built Twitch. Like, Twitch owes its entire existence to video gamers. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just, I don't understand how people would not realize that.
So when you go to Twitch, you're only interested in video games?
I'm only interested in video. I don't care about any of that other dumb shit.
There's so much more content.
I know. And I don't care about any of that.
I guess I don't, because I follow a bunch of streamers, and they range from big to small streamers. All kinds of sizes. And I mostly watch video game stuff. But I'm really it's really dependent on the hosts, in the streamer themselves, if I'm sticking around or not.
So I've never gone in. I've looked at a couple of other categories outside of just video games.
Sure.
I tried watching a couple cooking ones. To me, it was just boring.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into anybody's personality.
Sure.
People got I tried watching some of the IRL ones. Not my cup of tea. I did find a couple of D&D streams that I thought were entertaining.
Okay.
One, I can't remember the name of it, and I need to go back.
Critical Role.
It's not Critical Role. I know who Critical Role is, and I found them on YouTube. That's where I found them. I'm not worried. I haven't been to their Twitch streams yet. But they were doing a comedy version of D&D, so everything had to be like of a comedy genre.
All right.
So everything was just slapstick or just stupid, hilarious, and it was actually funny. Like they were into it, which made it easier to watch.
It sounds obnoxious.
It was obnoxious. It was absolutely obnoxious, but it was funny to watch because the guys that were playing it were dying every time somebody came up with a new like quest line or something stupid.
Sure.
Because I mean, and you've played D&D.
Yes. Yeah.
You got to have a good GM, DM, whatever. To run the game for you and be really into it for it to really be sold to the other people. Because if the DM's not into it, the game just doesn't work.
Right.
The
game also doesn't work when you set up faults in your character where if someone says something specific, your character bursts into flames and kills everybody.
Yeah. That exists. That's a thing.
It happened to me. I burst into flames, killed everybody, ended the whole campaign.
Why'd you do that to yourself?
I had a curse. My character was cursed from the beginning.
You're cursed from the beginning. Anyway, so yeah, I exclusively have used Twitch just for video game content.
Okay.
I enjoy speedrun content.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I can't do it, but I
It's fun to
love
watch.
I love watching people speedrun.
Yeah.
Man, I love watching people speedrun shit because I'm just like, how the fuck do they find the time to do this?
Yeah, or why do they spend
29 hours a day.
Yeah, playing this one game over, or even this one spot
One
of this
section.
game over and over. But then, like when you see it all come together, like okay,
All right, I
kinda
get it.
see
now.
where this is going.
I get it. It's literally work for them, and I mean that's fine. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then I like watching like playthroughs. I like watching other people play through a game that I've already beaten, just to see their experience with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to be their first time through. Like if they beat it before, I don't care. But if I see like first playthrough of a game that I've already beaten,
Right,
I love watching that
hang out.
because I love seeing other people's like visceral reactions to things that I've already experienced.
Okay.
And I love being there and like interacting with them when they do that.
Sure.
So it's cool.
So you talking to chat with these new people
yeah.
too? Okay.
Yeah, I don't just go in and lurk most of the time unless I'm like not into it and I'm like, all right, I can scoot out of here because nobody knows I'm here.
I'm mostly a lurker.
Yeah.
I'm just like I just want to see the thing. I don't really want to interact with anybody.
What's funny is I go in my friend's room and I just lurk.
I do that with Nerd all the time.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
me
like,
too.
I have it on. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something else.
It's
I'll
like
work
my
on-
my background noise.
yeah, I'll work
Yeah.
on editing or something.
Yeah.
And then
That's what I do. I pull up Nerds when I start editing the podcast, and then when you go live, I switch over to you.
Yeah.
Or I forget and just stay on Nerds.
So with me, like I follow again like a lot of people, and they're all video game based. I think I follow one person who's maybe two regular channels I check out that aren't video game based.
Right.
One of them being a scam baiter who they call.
I've seen some of that.
Kip-
I've seen some of that on YouTube. I haven't
Yeah.
seen any of it on
dude.
Twitch yet.
It is so funny to watch Kit Boga get like a scammer on the phone, keep him on the phone for 5 hours, and I'm there the whole 5 hours. Like,
Like you got to see how this is going.
I gotta see how it is, and then they get to the part where they trick the scammer into like thinking they just lost out on getting like $20,000 from some old lady.
Yeah.
And listen to their reaction. Oh, chef's kiss. Like it is perfect. It is amazing.
I've seen that. I've seen a lot of that stuff on YouTube, and I watch it on YouTube, so because I can skip through it on YouTube.
Sure. It's also, when it's cut down like that, it's sometimes easier to watch. But again,
Mhm.
that's something I watch when I'm at work, and it's just like it's on and
It's on and I'm here.
Yeah, all the other streams I follow are gamers, but they'll do their own things. Like some of the
Yeah.
gamers were like, oh well, today we're doing a just chatting thing. We're doing this, or
Yeah.
hey, we're the stream today. I bought $400 worth of Pokemon cards. We're gonna open them. I don't care about Pokemon cards, but I just want to. But
Bail
like,
out.
if it's a streamer I like, I'm like, well, how's he gonna react to this pack? I wonder what's in the next pack. Ooh, he got something
So
cool.
you get into it.
I get into it because they're into it. Like,
Right,
I like
yeah.
that streamer, and he's having a good time.
I have a couple of streamers that I've done that with. One of the guys that I like watching speedrun Dark Souls games,
Mm-hmm.
Lobos Jr. He's also a musician, so he'll do streams where he's like writing songs and playing music and doing that like an IRL stream, and he's just sitting there with a guitar, coming up with new like music during a stream, and I'm like, that's a pretty sweet jam. And then I'm thinking, that sounds like shit. Stop. But it's cool because he's like, well, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so he
knows.
thinks it doesn't sound good, so
I can
we're
say
on the
it.
same page.
It sounds like shit.
It sounds like dog
You type
shit.
it.
And then there was one a while back. They were doing a charity stream for something. It was Christmas time a couple years ago, and they were doing a charity stream, raising money, and their SteelSeries was sponsoring it. And they were giving away like SteelSeries headsets and keyboards and all this shit. So I was like, one of the things was you had to tweet this and this and that and the other thing. And I was like, well, I got a funny story about something weird that happened at Christmas time. So I tweeted my story and they read it on the thing. And I was like,
cool.
oh, that's fucking cool. I was very close to winning.
Damn.
But one guy had something that was just a little bit funnier than what I had. And
Well, fuck that guy.
yeah, fuck that guy.
What the hell?
They got an Arctis Pro 7 headset. It was a dope ass headset. It was a $400 headset when it came out.
That's too much for a headset. That's an expensive headset.
I almost won it.
Does it lick my ears while we're doing this?
You don't want to know.
I don't want it. I don't want that anyway. That sounds
terrible.
infuriating. Like, I stop.
Why are my ears always wet?
Man, because Twitch is weird. So I saw a tweet today that was like, I don't know if it was this month so far or last month, where Twitch users had watched, I want to say over 2 million hours.
Yeah, it was last month.
Of streamers sleeping.
Yeah, that was last month.
Where do you come down on the streamer sleeping stuff?
I think it's fucking retarded. With the hard R.
Wow.
That is like literally one of the dumbest things I have ever heard, and it happened by accident.
Well, sure. So it happened.
The trend happened by
The
accident.
Ludwig thing.
Yeah,
People were sleeping on stream before him.
that's what
That
sent it overboard.
seems to have boosted it, sure, because he was the leading like streamer who would. But he's
Yeah.
also doing the subathon thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the subathons?
Yeah. And people.
I mean, they're bringing in money because basically they're being paid to stay online.
Yeah.
Which is like people stream because it's fun for them. They have a chat they connect with. Also, they make money doing it. But now they're streaming only because people are paying them to be there, which I guess is like it becomes that it's work.
I only go to work because people pay me to go to work.
But now it seems kind of weird. And
It's getting into a weird market for sure.
Because
Or a weird market, a weird place.
I've never liked this is going to be a little related where like, hey, a celebrity is doing a thing. Do you want to pay $50 to meet the celebrity? I'm like, no, I don't want to pay to meet somebody. That's
I shouldn't
weird.
have to pay to meet somebody.
Yeah, I don't want
like.
I don't want to pay for you to sign something for me so I could be like, hey, one time I met a guy, or like I got a picture of you sitting down at the table while I stood up in front of the table. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I never like all those fan convention things. I never pay for any of that shit. Don't even come close to it. Even when I do the work, when I work them, and I'm like, hey, can I do an interview with whoever I don't know.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's sitting at the table right there. He's not doing anything. Can I get a publicist, man? Can we do an interview or something? Can we get like a thing for our channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like $100. I'm like, yeah, probably not then. Probably what I'm going to do is walk over there and film a video while he's in the background of it. That's probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Cause fuck that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So now it's like Twitch streamers, and like this is probably in the top 1% area where they have countdown clocks.
Yeah.
Well, when the countdown clock gets to 0, they log off. But to keep the countdown clock going, you have to subscribe to them.
Yeah.
So every sub adds a little bit of time.
Like 10 minutes or whatever.
Less than that. I've seen like 6 seconds.
What?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Because I like to see what these big streamers are doing. See, like, well, what the fuck does their stream look like to bring?
What are they doing that we aren't doing that we can do?
What are they doing to bring in 50,000 people?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening in this channel that is this popular? And it's nothing.
It's stupid.
It's just people sitting on a computer. So now it's like the streamer we're at a point where it's almost like not fun. It doesn't seem like it's fun for either side anymore. Where it's not fun for me to watch the streamer because the streamer is there asking, like, I don't know, guys, I guess I have to log off because no one's paying me. And it's also not fun for the streamer because they're like, I get it must be because they're making money. But at the same time, they're like, I've kind of lost the cool part of streaming because I got so popular. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing because they're getting buku bucks. But it's just like a weird back and forth with that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't get it.
Yeah, it almost seems
which I think is why I primarily stick to video game content because I don't care what anybody else is doing outside of video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not on Twitch for anything but video games. If I want to watch anything other than video games, I go to YouTube.
Okay.
I watch a lot of dumb shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I watch all kinds of shit on YouTube.
I don't
like I watch a lot of do-it-yourself videos on YouTube. I watch a lot of like crafting stuff, like making like stuff out of like metal.
Sure.
Like those kind of things.
Yeah.
And then like I like a lot of makers on YouTube. Like DIY makers.
Okay.
So like Adam Savage and those kind of guys.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like I watch a lot of those kind of channels because my kids love it. And I'm looking at some of this stuff and I'm like, I could do that. I got all the tools in this video.
We're also learning something.
I'm also learning something.
So it's not just consuming content.
Not when I go to YouTube.
Right.
When I'm on Twitch, it's just consuming content.
Well, it seems like you're interacting with some people.
I'm interacting with a lot of people.
So there is a social aspect.
Yeah, there is a social aspect. But
Twitch is weird, man.
Twitch is getting really
It's
weird.
getting, and that's why I think there's all these other streaming channels. And like, to go back to like this whole like pay me to be here kind of thing, things are starting to feel a little disingenuous. You know?
Yeah.
Like just like, who's
do you
really
want to do
fun
this
here?
or do you not want to do this?
Steam want to update on us?
Okay, I don't care. Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. I still love Twitch and I still love hanging out with these like smaller streamers because like I'll cruise through like the small, and fucking Twitch has a generous idea of what small streamer is.
Yeah, they
because I guess they think like, oh, well, if fucking Ludwig's got 56,000 viewers, if XQC's got 120, he had 127,000 viewers today in his
Who
chat.
did?
XQC.
Really?
Yeah. And he was just
Is
playing.
that the record?
He was no the record. The record's like 500,000, maybe more than that. AOC's first day, she was at 400,000. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I was there watching. I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of people in here. God damn. Maybe I should run for Congress and go to Twitch.
Yeah.
What was I getting at?
XQC.
Yeah, but I was.
100,000
Oh no,
something.
small streamers. So like, I'll go through the small streamer panel and be like, okay, what are these people playing? Can I? Because I'm on Twitch also to
They have like
network.
1,000 people in their chat.
Yeah, there's small streamers. I'm like, yeah, it's 500 people. I'm like, even if I go in there and
He's
hit,
never going to see.
I'll hit the follow button because I have to because it's in follower only mode. Because people are like, well, there's too much people in here. We got to slow it
Yeah.
down somehow. And slow mode only goes that much.
Yeah.
So like, now how can I interact with a 500 person community or 500 person chat trying to be in a small community trying to like, hey, meet
That's
some people
like
on Twitch.
that's like
and-
going to the mall at the same time as everybody else, but your friends come in at different entrances, and you're just yelling across the mall trying to get hurt.
Yeah.
Like you're never gonna find. It's never gonna work.
Right. To Twitch's credit, sometimes I am in there and there's like, okay, here's a streamer who has like 52 people in their thing.
A
And
lot
I'm like,
easier to manage.
yeah, and like that's easier to manage. But also, I feel like we're a small streaming channel,
Oh, we're absolutely.
and maybe
small
52 is not as small, and maybe there should be a third tier.
for minuscule
Maybe help these people out, or network with these people or something.
streamers that need all the help they can
Right.
get.
But so I will go in these channels, and I'll just kind of like if I'm vibing with the host or something, or if they're having a good time, like if they're kind of on our fun level, because
Yeah.
we do weird shit here.
We do weird shit. I mean, have you seen our follow animations?
Yes.
Wow, man, freaked out.
Yeah, exactly. So weird shit like that. So like I want to see people who are doing weird stuff. I'm looking and also I'm looking for like, wow, this how did that person do that?
Yeah, and who can we network with?
Sure. But yeah, I'm trying to learn like how can I be a better streamer by watching this streamer?
Right.
Like what are they doing
Right.
on their channel that maybe we could be doing? A lot of these channels I find doing way worse than we are. But they have a crazy following. I'm like, what happened here?
Yeah.
What are the people doing here? Not to say that that's bad to anybody. Again, you're on your grind, you do your thing. I appreciate anyone's hard work. But damn, I've seen some bad streams.
Yeah.
But I appreciate anyone get into it. I remember when I had bad streams. So fuck it.
I have bad streams every week.
Yeah. And I still show up.
I know. I don't know why. We just keep abusing ourselves.
So Twitch is weird. That's why I feel like there's either needs to be a rebrand or Amazon needs to make like, well, we own Twitch. How can we make Twitch into a more, because they could basically open the doors off Twitch, take the gaming part off of it, and just bring in more streamers.
Yeah.
Bring it, and not that they need more streamers,
Any kind of content.
but more kind of that content. Because I guess you do have the cooking, you do have the art, which I've watched art channels before.
I've watched our channels before.
The just chatting is huge, which honestly it could be bigger too.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever watched Code Miko? Have you seen hers?
I want to say no, but I might not.
She's basically a programmer who wears a mocap suit,
Yes.
and
yes.
she runs her stream in Unreal 4 and
Yeah.
brings in guests, and she's just like
Mhm.
she's a rejected video game character. Her stream is amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But it's 11,000 people in that chat. I'm like, okay, well, I can't say anything in chat because every time I'm
never
in here,
gonna
it's
get
either
seen.
it's either Keck W or Papa Cock, and I don't know what the
Yeah.
second one means. So I can't talk to anybody in here. I guess I'm just here to watch. But it's a great stream.
But yeah, and to that point, you get into a community and you're like, all right, this streamer's cool. And they've got this whole lingo that you are not aware of
Yeah, I mean,
going on. And you're just like,
I recognize Twitch
don't-
emotes,
right,
but Papa Cock, I don't know what the fuck that is.
right. And there's several channels that I follow that I'm like, all right, I know what this means because I've been here for all of this shit.
Sure.
But if you don't show up like every day, new stuff shows up in there and you're like, I can't keep up with this.
Yeah. But I mean,
It's crazy.
that's kind of like any friend group. But at the same time, there's a lot of streamers stream every day.
This is true.
I'm only finding this out like last year, where like top streamers just stream every day, sometimes twice a day. And I'm like, God damn. Sometimes 3 times a week's a lot to me.
Yeah.
There's that Monomarth name. What is Crystal saying?
Amaranth literally had a stream where her viewers watched her sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking
we talked
about.
about that a little bit ago, like 10, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, and she's another one where I saw like the counter. They all have this counter now. If you subscribe, it adds like 10 seconds to it. But if it hits 0, so yeah, you didn't pay enough for me to get me.
I think that's bullshit.
Well, I mean, a lot of big streamers are doing it now.
But I think that's bullshit.
It is. And I don't want to say this, especially because I just talked about a female streamer. A male streamers, they do all the time. Ludwig has one.
Yeah.
It's almost like strippers.
It pretty much is.
It's almost like strippers. Like, oh, I stopped paying you. I stopped throwing bills at the table. You're walking away from me. That's where we are now with Twitch. That's where it seems.
Yeah.
Give us money. That's all I'm trying to get at.
That's blatantly asking for money,
It's
which
just-
I think it should be against the terms of service. I feel it should be against the terms of service to ask people, unless you're doing like a charity donation where you're like,
Sure.
hey, help us raise money. That's one thing. But if you're like, oh, you want to watch me stream? Pay me.
I think being against TOS is a little far. Because I don't, because obviously people make a living on here.
Right.
So but
I shouldn't have to pay somebody. It's a weird gray area.
yeah, because to me it's just like, okay, that's a scummy thing. I don't want to
It's definitely a scummy
I don't want to
thing.
show up to a channel and be like, hey, pay me. Because I've always seen those videos where people are like, wow, there's 400 people in here, and right now I only have 250 subs. I'm not doing anything until I get the other 150. I've seen literal videos like that posted on Twitter, and to everyone's on Twitter's
I'd
credit.
kill for 250 subs right
Well,
now.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
To everyone's credit on Twitter, they'll all rip that person apart. They're like, how scummy of a fucking person can you be?
Yeah.
Like, this is your stream, and that's how you treat people.
And
who
now
are
these
already
top
giving you
streamers are
money.
like, we're shutting it off if you guys don't pay us. But
That-
that's totally okay.
That's where we are.
That's
But
fucked up.
The caveat to that, or the flip side, is that these streamers will stream days in a row because people won't let them log off.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
I'll keep the camera on. Fuck
Right.
it. So I don't know. It's weird. Twitch is getting weird. Twitch was weird. Twitch got weird. Twitch is getting weirder.
Twitch is getting into the like weeb portion of the internet.
Yeah. And again, I want to at least end this segment with saying like, hey, I don't care what you do on your streams. If people are giving you money to do nothing and you figured out how to do that, more power to you. But at the same time, I think you're scummy for asking for money.
Yeah. We're not going to do that.
So anyway, if you have Twitch Prime,
That's fantastic.
I
I don't feel guilty about asking for Bezo bucks.
Yeah, I don't want to. You know me. I want
I
to put
know.
on a fun show. I want to have fun. I want to make fun of stuff. I don't want to ever have to sit here and be like,
I'm
Guys-
not doing anything unless you give us $10.
guys, you know what? I will definitely play that game for $50 or something like
Yeah.
that. Or like I'll do this thing if you give me like $200 right now. Come on, someone in the chat, give 8 subs right now. Do it. Hype me up with 10 subs right now. 10 gifted subs right now. Like I would, if I ever become that, fuck
I'll
it.
kick you out of my
Kick
house.
me out of the house. Like I don't want to. Don't clip that out of context. Look at this asshole.
I'm going to clip that.
I clipped for Facebook and Twitter this week.
I saw that.
Yeah, the
You
trouble
died.
and sorry thing.
Oh, I didn't see that.
What did you see?
The you died splash screen for the 400 bits.
No. So for today, I mean, the other one you died and did before. Today I clipped out like, hey, come to the video game podcast, and sometimes we figure out the trouble and sorry at the same game, and it's us. It's you explaining the rules.
Apparently, Parcheesi.
Sure. Yeah, I forgot about that one. And it's you explaining the rules, and we're like, that's sorry. You're like, that's trouble.
Trouble. Sorry. Parcheesi. It's all the same.
Same thing.
It's all the same.
We have fun here.
Anyway.
What we got? We got about 20 minutes. Let's talk about some other quick stuff, and then we'll get out of here with
Okay.
this podcast stuff.
What else we got?
Some things happened over the weekend.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Well, in between my ass kickings in Overwatch, I figured I'd read Twitter. Once I was done picking myself off the floor, there was a conversation surrounding someone had a pretty bad take, in my opinion, where they said quality assurance at a game studio does not make you a video game developer.
yeah.
And that led to a huge argument between people who aren't video game developers saying, that's right, and people who are video game developers going, no, we see them as developers. Because they're one of the tent poles
So the
of
actual program developers are saying, hey,
QA is
QA is a developer.
Yeah. So where do you
So-
come down? Go ahead.
I think it depends on what your classification or definition, if you will, of the word developer.
I will let you speak, and I have rebuttal for this.
because there could be a couple different ways to define the word developer.
Yeah.
Right? So you could argue, and I see their argument, that quality assurance is in fact a developer because it's developing a system of checks and balances for another group. Right?
Sure.
They're making sure that this code works as intended or doesn't work as intended, because most QAs are trying to break things.
Yeah.
If they can't break it, it works.
I should fucking hire you.
I don't break anything. I can't break things.
I think it was broke when I got here.
All was broke.
I fixed the audio.
You gave me an idea to fix the audio. So you're QA. You're QA. You're quality
Just give me the credit.
I'm not doing it. And then you have the definition of developer as anybody that specifically builds a functional piece of the game. They code something, they create an environment art or character or something that actually is developed from nothing for the game.
Okay.
All right. Or like what Cream Crane Crizzle is saying, his viewpoint is that developers, anyone associated with the team to finalize and finish a product.
That's where my stance is.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
I can see it from the other points of view of why people would say a QA is not a developer because they're not writing code for the game. That's the mindset they're in.
Sure. To that point, just to that point particularly.
Go ahead.
Corey
Barlog.
Balrog?
Not Balrog.
Balrog?
We can call him Balrog because he jokes about it.
Well, his Twitter handle is his his name spelled correctly, but his like display name is his name spelled incorrectly.
Yeah.
So he fucks with me.
Yeah.
He responded to all this and was like,
yeah.
Listen, we think QA are developers. And then someone clapped back at him and was like, no, they're not. Someone who's not a game developer told Corey Balrog this. Like, no, you're wrong. And he's like, so the person that got back to Corey said something like, a developer is someone who codes the product of the video game.
Right.
And Corey was like, if that's your definition of a developer, do you think that I'm not a developer? Because I don't code anything, but I definitely make the game.
Yeah. I'm the director.
Yeah. And so
Like,
everyone was like,
what I say goes.
so everyone was like, he's fucking right. Corey Balrog. Balrog?
Barlog. Barlog is the actual name. Balrog is the thing from Lord of the Rings.
My goal here is to confuse you.
You're not going to confuse me. Because
like,
I've done my research enough.
So everyone was like, you know what? Corey's right. That's exactly like the argument. So, and he also said like studios use developer as a umbrella statement.
It's a blanket statement.
It's like everything under this umbrella is a developer, and that includes QA, that includes writing, that includes art and other production, and all this stuff. Like all of these pieces come together to make a game. A game is not made without all of these things.
Right.
And even before that, my thinking was like, listen,
if you don't have QA, you get Cyberpunk.
You get Sonic Boom. Like, what a terrible fucking shit game. It's like my because I was gonna chime in, but I was like, I'm not a game developer. I'm not gonna act like I'm knowing what I'm talking about. But it's like a developer makes something. If they don't have anyone to send it to test, they're like, oh, it must be good. Yeah. It must be working. Yeah. I guess we can just ship it.
That's why it's called a dev team.
Exactly.
It's a development team.
Takes a village. And you need everybody.
And to that point, it's a development team, not a developer team. It's a development team.
Right. And so now you have all these Twitter heads who are out there being like, well, specifically the definition of a developer. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's more nuanced than that. Like, it's not just like...
Well, that's what I was saying. Those people are looking at it from the viewpoint that a developer is someone who just strictly codes product.
But it's just not... That's
not in the video game industry. That's not how this works.
Right.
And I would dare say, even in like the software industry, where they have development teams coming up and writing like Microsoft Word, Streamlabs, Audacity, any program or app that you use, that is a team of developers and other teams associated with it. The development team is the QA, the art group, the coders. It's everybody together as a cohesive group.
Right. Crizzle says... those people are wrong. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Also says in construction, it requires many teams to develop a site and building. I can't read that name. What's it say?
Pandale 3.
Pandale 3. Birdcage Gaming. Do you have birds or no?
I mean, it's in our background. Splash right here.
Bird. There's a bird on screen.
They can't see.
That's about it.
They can't see the mouse. I just realized I'm like doing this with the mouse on the screen. They can't see that. I'm stupid.
We don't know any birds. Sorry.
Our icon's a bird.
Yeah, there's birds. Animated birds you can look at. So,
Yeah.
to get back to my point, I don't know. It's just weird because it almost seems like there's this subsection of Twitter where like it's one of those things where like people want to be offended for other people.
Well, Twitter's the cesspool of the internet.
Twitter sucks. It's the worst internet. It's the worst site on the internet, but I use it every day. I use it by the hour.
It's like you're
by the 15-minute mark.
by the-
Like I use it constantly. It's on all the time.
and I'm never there.
I have an app that just auto updates new tweets that come in by the second. I'm on it constantly. That's where I get the news. Welcome back, Brady. Welcome in. Uh-oh. That's going to play. Is music going to play?
It'll play on here,
Okay.
but it won't play. It won't record here.
We'll play this again. Oh, no. Is he hearing it?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you for that subscription, Brady. Appreciate you. Enjoy the dancing people and the cake. Sorry, podcast listeners, we're going to take a quick break to nod our heads back and forth.
That was totally cool.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
So now you have people who are just offended for people who are game developers without actually being game developers themselves.
Yeah.
But if I was a developer myself and I didn't have a QA, how many QA people do you think have saved the ass of a developer who sent something the wrong way? You know, like who left in a bug that was like, oh, okay, we're 2 weeks to gold. Hope everyone's got a good fucking build ready to go.
Ask the guys over at Ubisoft Montreal.
That's a place.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
That's
if
a
they're. I'm
studio.
trying to think if they're the ones that had the bug that was found just before the game released. That it was a extremely specific bug in one of the Assassin's Creed games, and if activated, completely wiped the save file, and
Wow.
it was like at the end of the game.
Wow.
It was like at the tail end of the game. It was like the second or last mission or something like that. And if you did these things in a certain progression, the game was like, fuck it, start over.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
It was like one of the earlier Ubisoft. It was one of the earlier Assassin's Creed games.
Damn.
But
That's wild.
I mean, they found it
Thank God for
and
QA.
got it out before the game launched.
Right.
I remember reading about it on some
Probably read it.
probably Reddit. Yeah,
So anyway,
that's
QA.
why I'm on the hour every hour.
Fish are friends, not food. QA are developers,
Yeah.
not guys that live in a dungeon and just have to walk into walls everywhere, right? So respect QA. They're developers.
100%. Anything else? We still got about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I had another one that I don't know how long it'll actually go, but it might be a quick thing. Over the weekend, did you I sent you that Sony article. Did you get a chance to read
I
it?
read all but like the last paragraph. I was like, God damn, he's not wrong. This is a shit ton of stuff to unpack.
Shit ton
here.
of stuff to
Good
unpack.
freaking God.
The only thing I want to touch on is the Days Gone things.
Not getting a Days Gone 2.
Not getting Days Gone 2. Days Gone 2
Right
was
now.
Days Gone probably not going to.
It's shelved indefinitely.
It was never in development.
Right. It's
Right.
just shelved indefinitely.
Yeah, that franchise. So Days Gone 2 was pitched in 2019.
Yeah, but did you see the article that came out today of what it was pitched as?
Oh, a co-op game?
The co-op open world game with shared world progression?
Yeah.
That sounds fucking
Sounds
cool.
neat. Sounds, you know,
Especially for
innovative.
like a zombie survival game. That sounds dope.
You have to like Days Gone to do that, though.
You got to sell copies of Days Gone
Yeah,
to
sure.
make that
You
happen.
gotta get people to buy the game. Anyway, so it's pitched in 2019. What does Crystal say? Over the weekend.
Jeez, don't read that out loud.
All right. That's not gonna.
We're not that kind of stream, y'all.
It's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun. We'll do it after the podcast.
So anyway, Days Gone 2 was pitched in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Quietly, no one knew about it. Whatever. Some journalists who had sources knew about it. Specifically, Jason Schreier. That's why it leads me to this story, where Jason Schreier does his reporting.
Yeah.
Everyone knows if there's a journalist to trust in the industry,
If you're in the gaming industry and you don't know who Jason Schreier is, you're doing it wrong.
right? If there's anyone to trust, it's Jason Schreier.
Jason Schreier.
And if he doesn't have a 100% correct rate on his sources or his reporting, it's 99%.
It's
it's not 100, it's
damn
99.
high. It's damn high.
So he puts out the original. He covers a lot of the original story, which is the Sony stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he also puts out that like, hey, I know some people want Days Gone 2. I don't know who. He didn't say it like that, but that's me. I know people want Days Gone 2. I know what people want good news, but my job isn't to report on like good things. Days Gone 2 was pitched in 2019, and it was rejected. And
Sony just flat out said no.
yeah, and it's not in development. And so like And I can't believe people, and again, this is Twitter being fucking stupid, where I can't believe people would look at Jason Schreier and go, you know what? I'll go ahead. I'll just believe the studio head before I believe some journalist. And I'm like, and I'm reading all these comments like,
Yeah.
Jason Schreier's not just some journalist. He's like,
Jason Schreier
he's
is
like
the journalist.
the top investigative journalist in the industry.
Like, if there was one person that would ever be the person to go to for
Yeah,
gaming,
Schreier.
for gaming related journalism, Schreier.
Sure. So,
Hands down.
So he puts that out. At the same time, Jeffrey Ross, who was the head of Bend and left in 2020,
Yeah.
chimed in and quote tweeted Jason Schreier. He was like, hey, because he saw all the backlash that Jason was getting because Jason was just doing his job.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, just want to give everyone a heads up. I appreciate Jason doing his job. He's allowed to be a lot more transparent than I am sometimes.
Yeah.
So he can go ahead and say this so I can confirm what he's saying.
Yeah.
And basically, if I were Jason Schreier, I would just fucking lean back on my chair.
Boom, bitches.
Because, like, you should have seen it. Every other tweet was like, I'd rather believe the studio head instead of someone like you.
And the studio head literally came out and said,
Yeah.
he's right.
So, like, Schreier went back through some of the comments and linked the tweet to those people. And those people were like, oh, well, damn, I guess you were right. I'm like, you don't get to act like that now.
No.
You have to apologize.
You eat your words.
Like, you don't get to do that. You don't
Eat
get to be.
shit.
You don't get to. You gotta apologize for being a dick.
Yeah.
Because they were giving him hell, man.
Oh, I know. But, man, there was a shit ton in
And
that
that's not-
article.
Yeah. And you know what? I didn't read it.
Yeah.
I didn't
You
even read it.
serious? I figured, all right, he's going to want to talk about this on Monday. I better read this whole fucking thing and know exactly what's going on.
I sent it to you, and I was like, I'll read it later. I got really busy, and then I played a lot of Overwatch.
I literally read it like Friday morning as soon as you sent it to me.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a big. It was.
It was a
probably-
lengthy article.
Yeah, there was.
It was
I
a
call
good,
a lot
lengthy
of,
article.
A lot of key points of it, but I was like,
Um,
there's a lot of time.
So the main basis of the article is that Sony is pushing first party exclusivity titles harder than ever,
Mhm.
and they're not branching out and taking risks like they used to back in the day.
Interesting.
So they're only pulling triggers on like sure bets.
So is that why we might be seeing a Kojima exclusive Microsoft title,
Yes.
Okay.
Which
is exciting?
So and Sony Bend, who created Days Gone,
Mhm.
was originally tasked with the remaster or remake of Last of Us.
Right.
So that's in development now.
Yeah, the Last of Us remake for PS5.
The Last of Us remake for PS5. Sony Bend was originally given it, but then they were asking for more money, and Herman Helst, who's now the new CEO of Sony Worldwide Industries,
Mhm.
was like, I don't like what you're doing. Let's just give it back to Naughty Dog.
Sure.
They literally would not give Sony Bend the resources to do what needed to be done to make the remaster of The Last of Us.
Mhm.
They were bringing in teams from Naughty Dog who had worked on the original game on the PlayStation 3, and the guys over at Sony Bend are like, we're gonna lose this.
Yeah.
Like we might get absorbed by Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Like we might become a Naughty Dog subsidiary at this point.
Which you don't want. 'Cause-
Nobody wants to
Yeah.
lose their company, but they're like, Sony just would not listen to us and give us the money we needed. And I'm not saying Herman Helst is the reason that they didn't get the money. The company as a whole made the decision not to give them the funding they needed. And then after a few months and the team wrapped up Last of Us 2 last year, they gave it back to Naughty Dog. They're like, we'll just give it back to Naughty Dog now.
we don't need a Last of Us remake.
We really don't. We got the remastered version on PS4.
Yeah, it
which
looks fine.
great.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
It looks totally fine.
We got Last of Us 2, which looks amazing.
Yeah.
We don't need another version of Last of Us on PlayStation 5.
Right.
We don't need it. But that's the state of mind that Sony's in right now.
Sure bets.
Sure bets. They know this is going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get it.
Well, I'm not gonna.
I've already got 2 copies of Last of Us.
I might get it. I like the gameplay of Last of Us 2 a lot.
The gameplay in Last of Us 2 is the only thing I enjoyed about it. Everything else,
Right. But you love Last of Us 1.
I love The Last of Us.
So why not play the remake?
Because I don't need to. I've
Okay.
already played through the game 3 fucking times.
What if they add one mission somewhere in the game?
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
What if they replace Joel's character with Pablo?
Escobar?
No, what's that guy's name?
Pablo Pascal?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
Pedro
That's his name.
Pascal. Yeah.
What if they do that because he's playing him in a TV show?
Yeah, whatever. That's no different to me than replacing
Spider-Man?
No, the guy that played Tyrion Lannister. Peter Dinklage
Yeah.
with Nolan North in Destiny. Like, it doesn't affect me at all.
Well, it would make the game better.
It doesn't affect me in any way.
Brady mentioned that he got kicked out of a bar in Baltimore for no reason whatsoever on his birthday. Happy birthday, Brady.
Happy birthday. Your birthday was last week? My birthday was last
Good
week.
job for getting kicked out of a bar. What'd you do?
He said no reason at all.
Did you make
He
fun
said
of
no reason whatsoever. Can't you read chat?
Did you make fun of Twitch Thoughts?
Twitch thoughts.
THOTS?
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Just
I know exactly what
for
you
clarity's sake.
meant. I knew exactly where you were going with that one. So that's pretty much it.
I think that's all I got.
Yeah,
Really, yeah, the Twitch thing was the big topic.
Twitch thing was a big topic. I have no idea what we're playing. I have been like, I was only home for like 20 minutes before you got here.
Sure.
And that's the only time I've been home all day today. I left at 7:00 this morning. I got back at.
You gotta explain yourself to me.
I got
man.
back at like 9:00 tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I have not set foot in my home all day. So I just haven't had time to figure out what the fuck we're gonna play.
No worries. Throw on that PlayStation or something. Let's figure it out.
We can do that. I can play some Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Work my way through some Demon Souls. All right, so that's what we're gonna play. Demon Souls.
We're playing Demon Souls, everybody. Everyone in Twitch, don't hit that button.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just over here.
Yeah, sure. Why even be over there? That's the danger zone.
I'm hovering.
Like,
right.
why even, like, Icarus? Come on.
Clicky, clicky, clicky.
Twitch chat, we're going to... Was Icarus? No. Who flew close to the sun?
I don't know. Hermes
No.
is the speedy guy.
Yeah.
Helios is the god of the sun.
Was it Icarus?
It might be Icarus.
Anyway, we're... What are we doing? What am I doing? I'm ending the show.
You're ending the podcast.
Podcast people, thank
not
you
the
for
show.
listening on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, wherever you are. Twitch people, we're going to be playing Demon Souls right after this. We're going to end the show. We're going to do some exporting, and we're going to transition over. So hang out, be here, be in the chat. Tell me about how your day's going.
Say goodnight to the kids, Gage.
Good night, kids.